multiple
Mhm.
hospitalizations for kidney failure, shots into his eyes for diabetic retinopathy. And ultimately, Lorraine, I mean, he died of a massive stroke in
Mm.
November of last year.
Heartbreaking at 56.
So heartbreaking to leave, and to leave my sister, a widow at 57. It was very, very hard to watch. So what I mean by choose again is in this Facebook Live that I did with John when he was in the hospital right after his second leg was amputated, I asked him if you could go back 10 years ago when your doctor told you, hey, John, we're going to need to put you on metformin. You know, you've let this pre-diabetes thing go too far, and now you're type 2 diabetic. We need to put you on drugs for it. And he said in the Facebook Live, I wish I would have lost weight. I wish I would have taken it seriously. And so what I mean by choose again is, you know, John made a choice, unfortunately, to ignore his doctors and ignore what was happening in his body. And 10 years later, he was dead. What I mean by choose again is, you know, if you're someone who has chosen to stay in denial or pretend that something's not happening that's happening, you have the opportunity to choose again.
Right. And so that doctor at 10 years ago, Kellee, do you believe that your brother-in-law, if he had listened and lost the weight, there's a good chance he would still be alive today? Do you believe that?
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. I mean, and we see people manage type 1 diabetes, which is, you know, often starts in childhood. You know, often a lot of kids are diagnosed juvenile onset diabetes at a very young age. I mean, there are people who go on to live very long and happy lives and manage either type 1 or type 2. So it's definitely a choice as to how quickly this disease can and will progress based on the decisions you choose to make about your lifestyle.
So for all of you out there that are listening, this is titled Choose Again. And so if you are out there and you are struggling with weight loss or struggling with physical limitations because of not losing weight, the choice is yours. And I've always said the name of my show is It Is Never Too Late Ever, but this is what it is. It is never too late ever until it is. And with Kellee's brother-in-law, it is too late. And so our message to you today is it is not too late if you choose today, but every day is important. Correct, Kellee? Today is the day to change.
Today is the day, and the good news is every day you get to choose again. So, you know, come on, let's be honest. None of us are going to be perfect, right? You have your own weight loss journey, Lorraine, that I'm very familiar with and so proud of you and excited about what you've been able to accomplish. And wasn't it true that, like, you chose again and then you had to keep choosing again?
Every day, every single day. Yeah, because
every day.
It's not like you choose once and then that's it for the rest of your life. You choose every day with eating. And do you always do it right? No, you don't always do it perfect. But it is that choosing over and over again. No, I am worth it. I am worth my health. Repeating that to myself. Yeah. It's it's not one fix. Okay, that's it. It's an everyday. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You know, there's a great app. So I like to give people like strategies, like little easy tips and things that they can do.
I love that.
To keep themselves motivated, right?
Right.
So there's a free app, and it's called Hi Future Self, HI Future Self. And you can go in and you can get this free app and put it on your phone, and you can set it up to send you reminders to your phone, like a daily reminder at a certain time. And I use it all the time. Like I have one that reminds me every night at 7 o'clock. It says, take time for yourself. It's time to rest. Because otherwise I'll just work into like 9 o'clock at night. Kind of like you, Lorraine, right?
Yes.
They're probably the same way.
Yeah. And
so
that's perfect.
So for your listeners, you could go in and you could get the free app, High Future Self, and you could set it to remind you every day at a certain time, like whatever time is that time that's difficult for you. So for some people, it's like the mid-afternoon snack at the office, right? Like temptation is in front of you, the M&Ms, the cupcakes, the cookies. Maybe it's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You need a reminder to say, choose again. Or maybe it's in the evening after dinner. Everybody's gone to bed. There's the kitchen. The potato chips are calling your name at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock at night. Maybe a reminder to your phone from High Future Self that says, choose again.
Right, right.
And you can choose to go to bed.
Yeah, yeah. No, I love this because I always like to provide tools, little tools, just somebody else would call them insignificant, but that could be a huge tool for somebody out there that just needs a reminder. And this is a good time to actually download it because at the end of the year, we're starting a new year, 2020. What a fresh way to start a new year with an app like this, and you can design it yourself. Is that right, Kellee? You go in and you design the app for the reminders that you want?
Yeah, you write the reminder you want to come to you. You set the time of day you want it to come to your phone, and whether you want it on repeat every day or just on Mondays or just on Fridays.
Perfect.
It's the simple stuff, right, Lorraine? Isn't it the easy stuff that makes the biggest difference? The small things we do.
Yes, because when we try and bite off too much more than we can chew, then we have a tendency to make huge, big goals, and then we get frustrated because we can't do them. This is something we can do, like stop eating at 7 o'clock or whatever. So, Kellee, I would like you to tell me one of your favorite success stories of weight loss that you've worked with so far.
Oh gosh. So there are so many. Let me think. Which one is at the top of my mind right now? Okay. One of the most recent is a couple that we are working with. So I don't work alone. You know, it takes an army to help the number of people that we need to help. So I have a team of coaches called Team Freedom. Yeah. And recently, this year, we had the opportunity to coach a husband and wife who I met at a speaking opportunity in Orlando, Florida. And I was speaking to about 115 people in the room and talking about fat loss. And I made an offer and an invitation for people to join this very short 8-week program. And this husband and wife were sitting off to the side, arms crossed, very skeptical, right? Yeah. Giving me the side eye. You know what I mean by the side eye, right? It's like, oh God, another one of these, right? Because I'm promising them that, you know, if you just follow this very simple, very straightforward food only plan, like no fake foods, no packaged foods, no supplements, you know, there's no trick on the back end, you know, nothing more for you to buy or pay for. So they very reluctantly joined the program and they decided they would do it together. And I could tell, like, I just knew that they thought, well, this isn't gonna work, but we'll do it anyway, right? I think I do know the husband talked the wife into doing it. Well, lo and behold, you know, 6 months later, between the two of them, they've lost 100 pounds.
Oh, wow.
So about 40 to 50 pounds each. And my favorite moment this year was actually getting the opportunity to see the wife at another event. And when she walked in the room and we saw each other, it was like the greatest hug I had all day, because it was like, oh my God, like, I know, look what you've done for yourself. You know what that feels like, right?
Right. Amazing. I love it. And I love that they did it together. Now, Kellee, we're almost out of time. It went so quickly. So I'm so glad that we have you back Yeah, I'm so glad that we have you back next week. But I'd like you to tell our guests and our audience out there today how they can get a hold of you and what your free gift is. That sounds exciting.
Oh, absolutely. So you can really easily go to my website, which is just kelleerutley.com, spelled KelleeRutley.com. And on my website, there's a free gift, and it's a 3-part feminine fat loss video series. That's something that you can grab. The second thing that I want to offer your listeners is the opportunity to come to San Diego.
Ooh, wonderful.
For 3 days and come to the Breakthrough to Freedom live event. It's actually 3 free days where you will be with me and my entire team, Team Freedom, and we're going to give you everything. Day 1 is mindset mastery, because we all know, like, without your mental game, weight loss is almost impossible, right?
Yes. Right.
Day number 2 is science and strategy. So we're going to actually teach you the nuts and bolts, how to lose the weight, like with just using whole food and gentle movement. And then day 3 is consistency, what we call stickability, which is how do I make this last a lifetime? So people can go to the actual event site, which is called Breakthrough to Freedom Live. Just go to breakthroughToFreedomLive.com and you can get your free ticket. It's a refundable $197 ticket. You buy your ticket, and then at the event, we actually give you a check and give you your money back. So it's absolutely free.
Sounds wonderful. Thank you, Kellee. And I want to thank the audience for being out there today. And if you've heard something, even the app, if you could just download the app, High Future Self, and begin taking some baby steps in your life, that could make a huge difference. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to call me. You could, or you can go on my website at lorrainehobing.com. So I want to thank Kellee, and I'm really excited that she's going to be here next week. So thank you. And for our
Lorraine,
audience,
thank you so much.
You are welcome. And remember out there, it is never too late, ever. It is just not too late. But as Kellee talked about her brother-in-law, it can be at some point. So today is your day. It is never too late to lose weight. It is never too late to go after your dreams. It is never too late to live a life of purpose. Start today. Goodbye from Kellee and I, and we'll see you next week. See you, Kellee.
Thanks, Lorraine.
Bye.